Let's see, let's see. All right. We are live. We, Queenie, Melpox, welcome to the stream. Queenie was the first one to write. Yeah, you're a little bit too late on that. Let's run it. She's starting this session with a wet qualifying session. It looks like heavy rain over here. Wait. I can't hear the game. Or is it just me? Oh. Apparently we do. Rain session here in Singapore. Is it also the race, or is it just qualifiers? Because I can't see the race forecast here. Dry race, right? First out of the pits is an Alpine, right behind him Ferrari. Set this up a little bit more. Offline kids, or HP, who just joined TPSS this week. Diego's friend, an Alpine terrorist, going for his outlap here. Right behind him is Warman, and Ben Arnold. Veer, let's go. A wet quali session. Are we looking for at a Red Bull pole here? Or Rain Maestro? Let's see. Can we get more invites here? Smooth operator should be here. Mousy should be here. Tulu is online apparently, but his seat is already taken. Too late for that. And Mousy. Both of them are invited. Warman overtook HP, starting his first lap. A full wet session, heavy rain. Here we're starting our first lap. Final turn. Where is Smooth? Smooth is joining, don't worry about it. I just sent an invite to him. Hopefully he joins in time. There is like 15 more minutes. Warman deploying ERS here doesn't seem to use much in game. Deploying on the straight should be looking. I don't know. I don't know about the average time for wet quali, so I can't tell what's good and what's not. It goes a little bit wide, doesn't invalidate. Hello, David. Welcome to the stream. We've got your Ferrari constructor's teammate right here on broadcast. Mousy managed to join. Where is Move Operator? Warman really hugging the corner, really hugging the walls right here in Singapore. Heavy brakes. He has plenty of areas to use, but he won't be able to use everything. Goes a little bit wide here. Will he be able to do this? Keep it on track. Minute 49 for Warman on the wet tires. Ben Arnold seems to give up his lap. Zen is lap. Let's see. Alex UK able to finish his push lap. Looking at a 2 seconds difference. No, a 1 second point 3. Going a minute 47.9. Zenin about to finish his lap on the inters. Cole Palmer goes to minute 50. Zenin with the inters goes to minute 48.8. 1 second behind Alex, and Virbo takes provisional pole with a minute 47, 3/10 away from Alex in the Aston Martin. Let me reduce the game volume a little bit, maybe. Should be helpful. Rah! Zeke going with a minute 48, and here is Smooth Operator finally joining the lobby. The wets does seem to be the faster tire allocation at the moment, but as I believe in like 5 minutes the inters should be better. Maybe there are people going for the long run like Zenin. Probably isn't going to pit anytime soon. Will probably go for 3 more laps on the inters outside, probably overfueled himself. While the others are still on wet tires, the inters will be more effective. Brother, do I need to put my mic even closer? Is this enough? I'm not sure. I mean, I can try putting it like, let's see. Much better. All right. Thank you. Let's see. Provisional pole, Red Bull. Veerbot on the wet tires, a minute 47.6. Here goes Ben Arnold on a push lap, out lap, sorry. Forrestal with a minute 50. The interest does seem to be the weaker tire at the moment, but probably in 3 or 4 minutes we should see improvements on the inters as the track evolves. Mousy pits. Zenin with the inters goes a second, 1/10 faster than his teammate in the Red Bull. On the inters, inters are probably faster now. People on the west should go pit now. Should be pitting. A Red Bull 1-2 at the moment in this wet quali session. We have Zenin and Veer. Zenin our reserve for tonight, and Veer our main driver. Pulling away at the moment. Welcome to the stream, Belly. The Red Bull comeback is real. We gotta believe. Forrestal is in his push lap. Veer disconnected. Let's try to get an invite in. I believe I've got him on my friend list. Here we go. Who is about to finish a lap? Offline Kids on the wet tires. Half a second faster than Zenin. Zenin still has fuel to serve. Offline Kids will probably pit after this one. Alex is on a push lap about to finish here. Okay, Alex pits probably for the inters now. We've got some good comps. Is this the comeback of the Alpine drivers? Very poor performance in Div 2, Div 1 and Div 2 currently after 6 rounds. You are in the pits, Veer. Right now, I can send you a second invite. Hopefully it helps. Let's see who is on a lap. Forster should be on a lap. 3/10 away from his last lap. Does he? Is he pushing now or is he pushing later? Forrestal is pushing now, starting his lap. Wet weather seems to be difficult, especially in Singapore. A slippery track as is, and a very tricky one as well. Driving here in the wets isn't ideal at all. Let's see, Warman is still outside, might be looking to pit here for the Inters. Veer starts his lap, our Rainmeister in Red Bull. You are on track right now, going on an out lap if it's still relevant. Let's see who else is on a lap. Seems like Zenin is on a lap, improving by 4/10 from his previous lap, going fastest sector, 1.1 seconds faster. Smashes the wall a little bit, a little love tap here for the fans. Someone is on a lap right ahead of him. It's called Palmer. Palmer finishes his lap here. What type can he produce? A 47.1. That's enough for P2. Zenin goes provisional pole again with the used Inters. Goes 45.8. That's a second point two faster than offline kids in the Alpine. Provisional pole goes back to Red Bull. And here is Forrestal, one of our championship contenders. Goes 46.8, that's a whole second away from Zenin. Zenin still holds the fastest lap at the moment with the used Inters. Holds provisional pole with little time left. Veer with a 47.6. I believe. Was this his second lap already? No, that was his first lap. He's on a push lap right now. Deploying everything he's got. Let's see if there's someone else on the lap. Before we go back to Veer. Let's see. Mousie's on an out lap. Maybe the Haas driver there. Oh, someone's in the wall. Alfie's in the wall. What's going on there? Zeke improves by a second, 0.7. Looking to take a position in the top 3. Let's see, struggling here to get some grip and traction. Keeps it on track for the final corner. P2 has 46.6. Great lap from Zeke. Forrestal is in the wall, probably went away to not, so he won't impede anyone. Let's see, out lap by Diego. Veer is about to finish his lap. Can we get a glorious 1-2 for Red Bull here? Looks strong. Takes second, provisional second place by just what? 3/300ths of a second. Ben Arnold takes provisional pole by 4/10 difference. Right now it's a Mercedes provisional pole with Ben Arnold on the fresh Inters. Zenin pits for fresh Inters for his final lap. Veer is going on an in lap. Let's see. Offline Kid started his push lap on fresher Inters. Might be his final one. Queenie pushing behind Smooth Operator, I think. Yep. Smooth Operator should be giving the racing line over, I think. Unless he's pushing as well. There is no point here. Mousy goes provisional pole. by almost half a second, or 3/10 at least. Taking it from Ben Arnold, those wet qualifier session seems to be going very well for many drivers here. Queenie right behind Smooth Operator. Both of them I believe are on a lap. What are they doing? Smooth Operator should go in. Oh, Sad Boys joined. Where will he drive for? Ben Arnold with an invalidated lap. About to start his push lap. We're probably gonna push as well. They're right behind each other. Oh, okay, Veer pits. Offline Kid about to finish his lap. Contender for pole position, probably. Smooth final corner. Almost loses it, goes provisional pole by a whole second. The truck is getting dry, the racing line is getting hella dry right now. I believe you are in the lobby. I mean, you just set a lap. You went like provisional P2 before people started improving. I can send another invite just in case. There is like 3 minutes left for the session. Alex starts his lap. Warman finishes with a 2 seconds improvement. Looking at least P6 here. What will he be able to produce? P2 by 8/10 from provisional pole. Alright. Warman redemptions on redemption arc on qualifiers. Ferrari is looking good right now. Let's see. Smooth Operator doing a lap on the wets. I don't know how much is it worth it, considering it's already dry enough for inters. Alfie starting his push lap. Queenie right behind Smooth Operator with his lap as well. Let's see. How worth is it watching Smooth Operator at the moment? He should be pitting for inters, but he won't have any more time left. He's not even deploying. Is he going for another lap? Another out lap? Mousy retires as he doesn't have any more time to improve. Warman cuts the corner to reach the finish line. Offline Kids finishes his session with provisional pole at the moment, but the track keeps evolving. People going out now will be taking higher positions than the top 3 at the moment, unless Warman manages to start his lap here ahead of everyone. Queenie takes provisional P4 with a 5 seconds improvement. Let's see, Alfie Boy improves by 3 seconds into the final corner combination. Hard on the throttle. He's looking at P6 as his final lap. Let's see who's starting their lap. Warman starting his final lap. Let's see who else. Faz has an invalidated lap. He will not improve. Alex UK is on his final push lap. The first one to start his final lap. Let's keep our eyes on him for now. Also a really strong contender for provisional pole, as he's had many great qualifier sessions in the past. Let's see his sector 2 here. Both Alpines finished their session. Provisional pole position and P3. Alex UK improves by 2 seconds. Is looking at provisional pole. Will he be able to prove threat for Offline Kids, or will he just be right behind him in the second row? Smooth cornering here. Smooth throttle input. Let's see, is this pole position? No, that's P2 by just 3/10. Let's see, right behind them is Warman. Improves. Will probably take pole, provisional pole right here. Provisional pole for Warman. By almost a whole second. 8/10 improvement from Warman. Who else is on the lap? Alfie goes into the pits. Forrestal finishes P4. Zeke gets provisional pole by 500ths of a second. Zenin with a provisional pole now by a whole second. And Veerbot P2. It's a Red Bull 1-2 at the moment. Ben Arnold breaks the combination with the P2, breaking between the Red Bulls. It's a Red Bull sandwich in the top 3 podium contenders. Here's Cole Palmer on his lap. He invalidates, and that seems to be our final qualifying results. We have Zenin with a 42.3 flat. Ben Arnold right behind him with a 42.47. Almost 2/10 away from his time. Veer starting the second row with a 42.6. And Zeke with a 43.18. Warman for P5 with a 43.2, with Offline Kids 8/10 behind him with a 44.0. Forrestal, our second championship contender in the Mercedes, goes P7 in the wets, 44.1. Alex behind him with a 44.3. It's a really close qualifying session considering it's been raining the whole session. Strong qualifiers here. Amazing work. Let's get it, Veer. Red Bull with domination incoming. Singapore. This is where we start pushing that constructors, man. Great job. How will the Red Bull duo handle Ben Arnold? Will Ben Arnold manage to show any threat for P1 and maybe hold them back enough for Forrestal to catch up? We have Warman with a strong qualifiers for his huge average qualify sessions up till now. Zeke, who's just returned, taking P4. Time after quali, can you check if I will check it later. Yeah, sure, I will check it now. Is on board. Alright, we have a dry race now after having an intense race qualifying session on the wets. Last time around, I believe we had Forrestal winning in season 2. Last season. Let's see. Last time around Singapore, we've had Forrestal and taking the win with Warman right behind them. Now both of them are in the middle of the grid, P7 and P5. Oh, we're starting already. Someone jump started the 5 red lights, and away we go. Here we go. Red Bull. Zenin is taking a sharp line for defense. Veerbot goes for the overtake on Ben Arnold, but Ben Arnold keeps it strong right on the inside of Zenin. Zenin keeps position. Ben Arnold's keeping it. Goes from the outside. They go 3 wide, and here goes Veer around the inside. A little bit of contact with the Red Bull driver. Warman takes the opportunity, goes P2. What's going on here? This is a tough battle between 5 drivers. Zeke gets sandwiched by all the drivers around him, and Warman doesn't take the opportunity to go P3. There's a bin contact. Ben Arnold drops to P4. Forrestal overtakes Zeke. They go wheel to wheel, pound for pound. Strong showings from the front drivers, no mercy at all, considering the tight track here. Let's see, positions gained. Warman up 2 position, Veer up 1 position, Benal dropped 2. It's a Red Bull 1-2 right now, at the moment. Zeke drops a position. Smooth Operator goes 6 positions up. What did I miss? And AC goes 7 as well. Meanwhile, our championship contender Cole Palmer in P12 struggling to overtake from behind. Alex drops 5th position as we speak. Offline Kids dropped 8. What did we miss here? Both Alpines and Aston Martin dropped all the way back. Meanwhile, Warman is going wheel to wheel with Veer for P2. Goes on the inside, decides not to take it. Probably waiting for our ERS zone, DRS zone here. Very tight between the two drivers. Cole Palmer up 2 positions, overtaking Alfie and Alex. Warman with DRS up right now. Goes on the outside of Veer, decides not to take it. Plays the long game. A bit of contact with Zenin and Veer. It seems like Zenin bit a bit of the curve and Benal takes opportunity. Goes right behind Warman and takes the line to overtake both Red Bulls. Both Red Bulls seems to have a mistake there. Getting overtaken by both drivers. Now Warman takes net P1. Intense 2 laps here. How did both Red Bull drop? Now Ben Arnold hunting for that P1 position. Hunting Warman, who had a strong showing last season. Goes a bit wide, I believe he got a warning there. Cole Palmer up P10. Smooth Operator Peace up 6 positions as well. Smooth Operator in the wall over. He DNFs. Maybe he implemented too much power. Is this a safety car? It is a safety car. Let's see who takes opportunity and goes to pit. Ben Arnold on the hard tires pits now. Everyone else seems to stay outside. Everyone else are on the mediums, but the other half of the grid are all going inside. Will Forrestal get impeded by Ben Arnold? Yes, he does, and it's a wing change as well, I believe, because it took so long. That will majorly affect Forrestal, with his track positions now getting out of the pits. That must be painful for the Mercedes drivers. What happened to Smooth Operators? I need answers. Did he deploy while taking the corner on the DRS straight? Very tricky. He could have lost traction by his own. Let's get we should get a clip here somewhere. Okay, so Ben Arnold pitted for mediums, Zeke for the hards, Cole Palmer and Alfie right behind him. Cole Palmer gained 2 positions after the safety car. Overall going up by 5 positions. AC goes 11 positions up. Didn't pit though. Last of the batch who didn't pit. Forrestal dropped 4 positions. Offline 6. Zenon dropped 1. And Warman right now is leading the race. After starting P5, he is now leading the race. And right behind him, 2 hungry Red Bulls and a grid full of fresh tires. I believe this should take at least 2 more laps before safety car enters the pit. Oh shit. Smooth Operator. Did he get in contact with someone or did he just lose traction here? Seems like he just lost traction. Unfortunate for the McLaren driver who had such a good start. Such a shame. Hopefully next week he'll have a better showing. Maybe we should try inviting Zenin again. I don't know if he's in. Before the safety car goes back to the pit. I just sent him another invite, hopefully. Communicating with online services is amazing. Safety car in this lap. Looking at safety car restart with Warman in the lead. Zenin still trying to reconnect. And Veer right behind him. Let's get this going before the safety car restart. Zenin is bound to lose positions here if he doesn't reconnect, and he's gonna impede everyone else. Warman has a free buy here with the AI. And here we go, it's a safety car restart. As expected, Veer already overtook his AI teammate, as well as Mousy and the others. Zenin's AI seems to be dropping hard until he reconnects. Let's see, AC drops a few positions back. Ben Arnold takes back position for P5. Now it's Mousy for podium contention behind Veer and Warman. Ben Arnold going to the for the hand for position. I just saw people going 3 wide here. AC, Palmer and Zeke. A 3-way battle in the technical corners. Have Forsell dropping back positions. Does he have any wing damage? No, he doesn't. He just dropped position to Alfie. Warman opens the gap from Veer and Mousy. Zeke keeps positions from Palmer. But Zenin isn't even in yet. He's dropping down hard. Ben Arnold goes wheel to wheel with Mousy. As we speak, Mousy stays on the outside. Ben Arnold goes from the inside. Perfect positioning, but maybe Mousy is looking for the switchback. Clean overtake by Ben Arnold here. Veer goes for the fastest lap behind Warman. Now on the hunt, 4/10 behind. Veerbot has strong pace here in Singapore. But he does deploy a lot. He is 60 RS behind Warman. Warman conserving to defend against two hungry Mercedes and a Red Bull driver right behind them. Is Zenin back in the game? Doesn't seem like he's still ghosted. Ben right behind Veer and Warman for the P1 position. Strong battle between the three drivers, three different constructors. While their teammates are nowhere to be seen, Zenin keeps dropping down due to connection problems. Palmer is already up 7 positions, up to P6, and Mousy up 6 positions as well. Isn't planning to give up that fight for podium. Ben Arnold may be looking for a move here on Veer on the inside. Veer defends ferociously. But now with an advantage, a little bit of contact with Veer and Ben Arnold. They go wheel to wheel here. Very dangerous area. Veer has 0 ERS left and Ben Arnold has more to spare. Overtakes Veer before the corner. Now Ben Arnold on the hunt for Warman. A little bit of position changes from the back, but we can't ignore the front runners. Ben Arnold goes for the fastest lap. Zenin drops another position. Zenin won't be happy with this conclusion of safety restart, with the consequences of getting disconnected here, dropping so many positions when he was right up there for the win, and Mousy goes a little bit wide, losing traction. Free position for Zeke, who takes the opportunity. Now Cole Palmer goes from the inside, no, holds position right behind Mousy. Now he goes for the move, no, he's just creeping around the corner, trying to get anything from Mousy. Feels like Mousy is about to lose traction any moment now. Very dangerous to drive around him at the moment. Zenin drops another position, drops more, he's getting squeezed by HP. Zenin goes wide into the wall. It's a lost wheel. Is it a lost wheel? No, it's a lost wing. And that's another safety car. Unfortunate for the Red Bull driver. Another safety car deployed with Zenin losing traction. Maybe he locked brakes here. I'm unsure because there was zero contact and he just went flying. Luckily he didn't DNF, but will he stay in the race? Oh, he rejoined as the moment Zenin rejoined the moment his AI was about to take the corner, and instead of being able to take the corner, he just flew straight into the wall. Very unfortunate. Luckily he didn't DNF, but that's really unfortunate timing here, considering it could have ended his race because of the EA servers. People are pitting again. Veer pits, Warman pits, Queenie stays out, Mousy in the pits. Everyone who pitted earlier are now in the top 5. Palmer took another pit stop. Is he going for the hards? Yes, he is. Is he looking to keep it with those same hards until the end of the race? We will see now. Alex with a second stop. Diego and Alfie as well with their second stop. Zenin with a wing change and his first stop. He might be able to keep it till the end. Very unfortunate for him, missing out 3-4 laps on AI, and then his AI pushed him straight into the wall, and here goes Smooth Operator leaving the lobby after losing traction in the final straight before the finish line. Now Ben Arnold holds our P1 first place position with Zeke and Forrestal right behind him. Zeke, after being away for so long, currently net P2, and Forrestal somehow found his way back to podium contention after starting P7, I believe, and struggling to fight at the bottom of the grid. Now we have Vian Warman, our previous win contenders, back to position 6 and 7 with Mousy behind them on P8. Goes for the medium. Let's look at the tires right here. We have Mousy on the mediums, will probably plan another stop. We have Ben Arnold on 6 lap old mediums, will probably look to pit, same as Alfie Boy gains a 3 seconds penalty on a safety car lap. Same as Faz, but I believe Faz got his 3 seconds earlier. For some reason is on the softs. He's looking to continue on those same softs. I believe the top 5 will pit again. There's no way they will be able to hold those hard tires till the end. I have more faith in Warman and the rest who went hards now to hold them till the end than those top 5. They will probably drop a few more positions. Ben Arnold for sure will be pitting in 6 more laps here. 6 or 8 more laps of medium tires. Somehow Alfie Boy with a 3 seconds penalty in a safety car. The highlight of the safety car, safety lap. An overtake in the safety car by Zenin. Weird. Did Alfie Boy go off track for that to happen? Very weird here. Sequence. The safety car might be in this lap. Faz is closing in on soft tires. I don't see him pit with those laps for 5 more laps. Palmer went up a few more positions. He dropped because he pitted though. But he's looking solid. Up 3 positions into the points. We're looking for another safety lap. Will Faz stay on the softs or will he pit? He should be pitting soon. There's no way he's gonna hold these softs for another safety lap. It's just not beneficial at all. Those softs will die before he even does anything. He's even pushing to just get back to the grid. Safety car still out on track. Let's see. I believe Zenin will be able to find his way up back in the ladder. Alpine driver right in front of him. He's a bad bad blood between Alpines and Red Bulls in this league. Overtakes during a safety car right behind here. Let's watch the race leaders as the safety car goes in this lap. Ben Arnold, our current race leader. How will he restart here? And he goes now. A bit of contact with the wall, I believe. Zeke right behind him with Forrestal. Great reaction from the drivers behind him. He doesn't seem to run away from anyone. But Forrestal is on the hunt for Zeke. Palmer overtakes Alex right behind on the grid. Forrestal is right behind Zeke by 2/10. Probably will overtake him on the straight. He's on his ass, honestly. How much deploy will they use here? Will Forrestal look for a move right now? Or will he hold for the DRS on the next lap? Seems like he's gonna hold it back a little bit. Maybe waiting for a mistake to happen. Zeke locks his tires a bit. Forrestal closing in a little bit. Mousy right behind Veer as we speak. He overtakes on the inside and there is contact between Warman and the Williams Queenie. A little bit of a love tap here and Mousy goes aggressive against Warman as well. Already up 2 position and there is contact between Mousy and Warman and they go with... Oh, Cole Palmer is down! Down! Loses positions all the way back to last with his teammate. Tough battle between Mousy and the rest of the grid here and... Bad race for... Oh, Alex pushes AC into the wall. Loses positions in the process. Very aggressive between everyone. Zen is already up 10 positions. Alfie Boy right behind him. DRS is now enabled. Veer drops all the way to P13. What did I miss here? Goes wheel to wheel with Alfie, with Alex. Very close here. Virbo doesn't want to give up any position. Now he's on the hunt for Alfie. What's going on? Disaster class. As the safety car goes back to the pits, wheel to wheel with Alex on the outside. Fast retires on the pits. No risk for a safety car here. Mousy already overtakes 3 people in the safety car restart, overtaking Queenie, who's on the old tires. Veerbot overtakes Alex. They go wheel to wheel here. Offline Kids overtakes Forrestal for podium. Diego drops all the way back and he's span off track. No safety car here. Now Offline Kids is threatening Zeke for the P2 positions, but they will probably have to pit soon as well. What's our closest battle here? We have Zenin behind AC. Goes wide for that inside line. Diego with a 10 seconds penalty. Zenin from the outside of AC. Very tight cornering here. AC leaves just enough space for Zenin. Clean driving from both drivers. Clean racing here. Zenin up to P8. And now Veer up to P11. Still behind Alfie. Forrestal and Offline Kids chasing Zeke for P2. Offline Kids overtakes Zeke on turn 1 before the DRS. Already up 3 positions since the safety restart. Meanwhile, Ben seems to be running away. Another 10 seconds for Diego. Is this a retirement? Queenie behind Warman. Warman still P6. Cole Palmer overtakes Alfie. But Alfie is looking to fight for that position back. He doesn't manage to do that. Veerbot overtakes Alex. Holding the train right behind him. Now on the hunt for AC. While Zenin is in front. Mousy close to Forrestal. Joining that train of old tires here. Mousy should be sweeping them right now. Very soon. Considering he has... Oh, he loses a bit of traction. That must be a lot of tire wear, right? Behind Forrestal with DRS open, he deploys a little bit, but he rather save for next lap. Nothing going on from top 4 besides Mousy now on the hunt. A little bit of contact with the wall. Offline Kids with a 3 seconds penalty. Now Mousy is on the hunt for P4 to overtake Forrestal and Zeke. Diego with another penalty. Taking a look on the inside, decides not to take it. Now in the DRS zone behind Forrestal, just 2 tenths behind him. This is a move. He deploys his ERS here. Forrestal right behind him has less ERS. Takes a peek on the inside, fakes it, doesn't to go for anything. Bites a little bit of the curve and jumps right off track. Meanwhile, Palmer drops back 12 to P12 again while Alex goes off track. AC gets overtaken by Veer as we speak, and Zenin is closing into JM Queenie. Zenin won't make a move here as it's very risky. JM Queenie is still holding the line. Probably won't last too long considering his tires are 6 laps older than Zenin. Zenin looking for the inside now, has DRS activates, goes from the outside, clean move from both racers. Zenin locks a little bit but no pressure at all. Now on the hunt for Warman and Mousy. Veer looking to catch up for his teammate now behind, catching up to Queenie while running away from AC on a Williams sandwich. Mousy is still on the hunt for Forrestal. Is he looking for a move on the inside? No, he still stays behind. Keeps his composure behind the Mercedes driver. 3 tenths behind him. He should be looking for a move soon because this dirty air will start affecting his tire deg. AC drops a little bit, but Mousy a bit more contact with the wall. Doesn't seem to be able to do anything behind the Mercedes driver. Queenie disconnects. Let's try to get an invite back. But there's a battle here that I just cannot miss. Cole Palmer drops to P12. Probably tried to overtake AC but failed to do so. Veer is probably catching up to Queenie. Palmer goes around AC, but AC meets the wall. Was there any contact between them? Another driver seeing that gap in Singapore, and AC retires. Will that be our safety car or a virtual? Doesn't seem like it. We have one more safety car left here in this race that can be activated. Ben Arnold loses a little bit of traction as those medium tires are getting very old compared to the hard tires. Not so ideal at the moment, as we still have Mousy on the hunt for Forrestal, but those tires are just getting older and older. Getting closer though. Just 2/10 away, and Alfie retires as well. We have guaranteed points here for anyone who stays in the race. Besides one more person, Diego retires as well. Forrestal looks on the move for a move on the inside on Zeke, managed to convert it beautifully. Zeke doesn't have any choice but concede, and Mousy is looking for a move as well. They get in a bit of contact, losing a little bit of momentum, and Mousy goes on the inside from Zeke, and here's Warman right behind him, takes the opportunity. Mousy managed to defend position, but Zeke is now pressured by the Ferrari, and right behind them the Red Bull duo. We'll get an invite in a second, I'm sorry. Now Zenin is on the hunt for the Ferrari. Very tight battle for P5 at the moment, while the old tire runners are in the top 3. Mousy doesn't manage to overtake Forrestal yet. Warman looks for a move on the inside, converts. Nicely done by the Ferrari driver, and here Zenin takes the opportunity to overtake Zeke as well, chasing Warman. Zeke decides to pit, and now Warman is on the hunt, is getting hunted by Zenin. Veer right behind them. Lost a lot of time. 5 seconds behind the top 6. Winnie drops down for being an AI, unfortunately, and Zeke offline goes for a move on the outside of Ben Arnold. Ben Arnold shoves him a little bit off track, a little bit of contact here, loses wing. Offline just bit the curb too much, not much space here to work with. As Ben Arnold and offline gets in contact, now he drops positions. He has wing damage. Decides to retire here. Offline Kids retires on track, and seems to be a virtual safety car at the moment. That's a virtual safety car. Retirement on track. Zenin dropped to P14 after being on AI after the safety restart. Veerbot got in contact and dropped back to P13, around P13 to P12. Now they climb back to P5 and 6. And this is a summary for what happened to the Red Bull drivers after being P1 and 2, Daddy. Mousy overtakes Forrestal on the pit entry. Very odd. This is just a virtual safety car as the track goes back to racing speed. Warman, Veer, and Zenin are back to podium. P1, 2, and 3 right now, while the Mercedes is pit now. To any, just finish the race, honestly. Anyone who is still on track are guaranteed points. Please don't retire. Zenin is hungry for that win as a debuteer. Right behind Warman, 3 tenths behind. He's really hugging that Ferrari rear wing. As Alex is hunting Veer, but he has time penalty. Already half the grid is retired. Very unfortunate. Very strong drivers as well. Smooth operator Alfie and offline. All retired. Palmer back up to P5. Strong showing from the McLaren. But now we have 4 people with fresh tires. Probably will push it till the end. Not sure about Ben Arnold though and Zeke that are on the medium tires. How will their tires, how will they be able to work with their tire wear here? Queenie is sure to pit soon. Still AI. Pretty sure I invited him a couple of times already. There are probably many battles that I missed here. I'm sorry, just there's been so much going on at the same time that I couldn't focus on one. Alex goes from the inside of Veerbot that overtakes him right before the DRS detection. I believe Veerbot will manage to take position back on the DRS. Zeke goes for fastest lap, but will Alex be able to defend against Veer? Both of the same tire lap age. But Alex has more ERS to work with. Zenin still behind Warman after passing like 4 DRS detection zones. Mousy drops 2 positions from Ben Arnold and Zeke, and now Ben and Zeke are now chasing those old runners. We have Zenin still fighting here. Will they be able to hold those tires till the end? 21 old hard tires should be able. 22 old hard tires should be able to be run until the end. But Mousy and Forrestal will have the better tires in the long run. Now Zenin deploys against Warman. Goes for a late move on the inside. Locks a little bit of his front tires. They go wheel to wheel. Warman manages to keep the position. And Zenin decides to pit. Zenin pits for tire advantage. With 11 laps left, will he pit for hards or mediums? Very risky move from Zenin. He goes for the hard tires with 11 laps left. He will have the freshest tires on track. How smart is this move as he's being overtaken by the earlier drivers besides Forrestal? Or will Forrestal be able to overtake him as well after his pit exit? It seems like he does. Now Ben gets a free position because of Queenie's Ghost AI. Alex still behind Veer. Veer defends well. Mousy overtakes Zeke on the DRS straight. Now Mousy up to P7. Crazy work here all around the grid. It's hard to keep track of everything, honestly, I'm sorry. I probably missed a lot of beautiful overtakes here. Mousy up to P6 now, hunting Ben Arnold. Now it's Mousy with the hard tires compared to the others on the medium. Mousy will have the tire advantage due time in like 3 laps I believe compared to Ben Arnold's medium tires. Another virtual safety car. Caused by who? Cole Palmer. Seems to have lost it. What happened to him? Does he decide to retire here? He lost his wing. No wing at all for Cole Palmer. Virtual safety car. I missed out what happened. I was reading Div 1 chat. And Warman decided to pit as well, and Veer is still out there on the hard tires. 10 more laps left. Will he try to push them till the end? Queenie with 19 old tires because of his AI. And Palmer drops positions. He drops another position. Probably doesn't want to impede the drivers with the better car, as he has a broken wing in the back. Will he retire on the pits though? Usually people do. Palmer decides to retire here right behind everyone. That's the end of him. No clue what happened there. Veer, great restart from Alex, now running away. We have Zenin chasing Forrestal now. Honestly, no clue what happened to most of those drivers. They seem to be complaining about a lot of stuff here. Zenin goes on the outside of Forrestal. Forrestal can't do anything about it. Free position for Zenin unless Forrestal has been calculating it to take advantage of the next DRS zones. But Zenin seems to be running away. Closest battle right now is for P8 at the moment. Because Alex doesn't seem to be doing anything against Veer, but he'd rather keep position as is. But Ben Allen right behind him with a 4 seconds gap on 10 laps younger tires. Zenin now chasing Queenie's AI. Forza behind him. Penal catching up to the front runners, looking for a win here in Singapore. Warman on the freshest tires here. Not so far from the drivers ahead with many RS. Alex overtook Veer while I wasn't looking. Both on old hard tires. Tough battle for the race win, but Alex does have a penalty to serve at the end of the race. A little bit of contact with the wall. Will Veer look for a move here? Usually an aggressive driver, both of them deploy. Veer has a little bit more ERS to use, and he goes from the inside. Keeps it clean and smooth against Alex. No contact, no nothing, just clean driving between the two drivers. But now Ben Arnold is in striking range on those old runners right here. Alex drops positions. Mousy takes P3 now. Warman already caught up to Zeke, overtakes him on the inside right before the corner. Benal goes on the outside of the Red Bull driver. Goes off track a little bit. And he overtakes him off track. What's going on here? Ben Arnold just overtook him off track. Alex pits for fresh mediums. Now Veer is hunting Ben Arnold. Will this be reported? If so, classic Merc cheaters. Honestly, what was that move? Apparently the game allowed it. Now Mousy hunting down Veer almost gets in touch with his rear. Warman behind him with the Ferrari. Veer decides to pit now for medium tires, I believe. Veer with a 10-second speeding in the pit lane. Is this race over for Veer? 10 seconds that he won't be able to bring back, being 1 kilometer off the speed limit. Now Zenin fighting for P, running away, or already ran away from Forrestal, now hunting Zeke and the rest. Ben Arnold currently the race leader. I believe he also holds the fastest lap at the moment. We could check here. How do you do this? Fastest lap is Ben Arnold at the moment. Yeah, it is Ben Arnold. Positions gained. We have Veer with a 10 seconds penalty now. Unfortunate from him. Whatever happened there. Mousy gains 5 positions since the race start. Ben Arnold is the current leader, gained 1 position up, I believe. Warman up 2 positions. Zenin dropped 4. Zeke stays P4 from when he started. Half the grid retired. Forrestal up 1 position, and Veer drops 4. That's probably the end of Veer's any chance to get any more positions from here with this 10 seconds penalty. Have Mousy now hunting down Ben Arnold for that race win. What will Mousy be able to produce here? Has a little bit more of ERS. Not enough to show any threat, I believe, because they're both deploying now. And Ben Arnold still holds positions for. Meanwhile, Zenin overtakes Zeke from the inside. The DRS. Nicely done. Now hunting Warman for podium. Mouse is still behind Ben Arnold. I'm sorry for the lack of energy. I'm just very tired at the moment, as this race took all the energy off me after having an eventful day. Veer gains a position after Zeke pits, but has 10 seconds. Will he be able to run away and open a 10 seconds gap from Veer? We have Zenin closing in Warman and Mousy. Alex loses traction, I believe, and goes off track. No wing damage though, he just ghosted and he has no traction at all. He's losing it all over. Mouse is still behind Ben Arnold with four laps left of racing. No safety car will be deployed anymore. Mouse is still behind Ben Arnold. Hopefully he doesn't lose any traction towards the end. He's now 4 tenths behind the race leader, behind the Mercedes. Driving a little bit more aggressively now. Looking to do something very soon, I believe. He should have the tire advantage as he's on hards and Ben Arnold is on medium tires. The traction advantage should be showing off soon. Zenin closes in the gap to 2.5 seconds from Warman on the podium contention, and Zeke manages to be within 10 seconds of Veerbot. Now 3 tenths from Ben Arnold as Mousy closes in even more before the DRS. They go through the bridge sector and he's even closer than last lap. Very close here. Loses a bit of traction, but he is now 4 tenths behind, and Alex UK loses it completely, drops to P9 as Queenie's AI overtakes him. But I don't know how much I can give Queenie those points as he's been on AI for majority of the race. He has to be at least 90% of the race to be obligated for points. Now Mousy 3 tenths away from Ben Arnold. Mousy with a 3 seconds penalty strongly affects now his race results. If he wants to win now, he has to overtake Ben Arnold in the right now and open a 3 seconds gap with the tire advantage he's got at the moment, because this dirty air is not doing any justice. Ben Arnold goes a little bit wide, loses lots of traction. Now Mousy goes on the inside of Ben Arnold, very tight. Ben Arnold keeps a position, nothing he can do here. Now Mousy takes the race lead with the 3 seconds penalty. How much can he run away now that he has a tire advantage and clean air? Already opens a 5 tenths gap here, half a second already opened up by Ben Arnold and Mousy. 6 tenths as we speak. Ben Arnold really struggling on those medium tires. Zenin as well caught up to Warman for P3. Ben Arnold shows visible struggle on those medium tires. But will Mousy be able to run away from Ben Arnold for the 3 seconds gap? He's already 7 tenths away. Ben Arnold tried to stay within DRS as much as possible. We have Zenin goes from the inside, decides not to commit, but they go wheel to wheel here in the final corner. Zenin plays the long game and waits behind the Ferrari. Should be able to do this now. Goes on the inside, beautifully done. Wheel to wheel, no contact. Well played. Warman tries to extract a little bit more of corner exit here while taking the curb. Not successful, but he has more ERS than Warman, but than Zenin. But Zenin manages to pull a beautiful exit and gain a little bit more advantage. I don't see Warman going for that. Now Zenin 3 seconds within Ben Arnold. Will he be able to be 3 seconds behind the race leader for a potential P2? Veer fighting to run away from Zeke for P6. Mousy already opening a 1 second gap from Ben Arnold. With 2 more laps remaining, will be able to take the race win with a 3 seconds penalty. Zenin as well closing in. Zenin is looking for P2 at the moment. If he manages to close in from race leaders with the final lap, when 1 more lap left. Hugs the wall a bit here, already away from Warman. Warman is not in the DRS zone. Now Zeke's tires seem to be worn off after taking fastest lap. Veer is running away. He needs to open 1 more second away from Zeke to get that P6. Mousy is running even more from Ben Arnold. He needs a second and a half. He needs 1 more second to be able to completely take this race win. And Zenin is closing in as well. Let's check the race leaders here. Race leader gap. Ben Arnold really struggling here, and now Zenin is in striking zone. If Zenin manages to overtake Ben Arnold before the final corners and is within 3 seconds of Mousy, we're looking at a Zenin win. After being dropped by so much here, let's see what's going on. Zenin not holding back at all. Ben Arnold really struggling here with the old mediums. Zenin, is he looking for a move here? Stays behind, right behind, and he's already in position for a race win. Final corners right here. Ben Arnold squeezes him right there. Ben Arnold meets the wall, I believe, and Zenin is in striking zone for that win. Will Zenin secure that win? With a 3 seconds penalty from Mousy, I believe he does. Zenin wins the race. Zenin wins the race by 0.05 of a second, and Ben Arnold finishes P3 after fighting hard for that race win. Mousy drops to P2 after 3 seconds penalty. Veer doesn't manage to run away enough from Zeke, and Zeke will finish P6 and Veer will drop to P7. What a drive from Zenin as he manages to come back on top. 0.05 of a second away from Mousy, taking the glory away from the V-Carb driver. And Ben Arnold 0.8 away. So close yet so far. Glory was right within reach, but it was Zenin who came up back on top. Great race, many misfortunes, I believe. Driver of the day will go to Mousy for me. It's between Mousy and Zenin after dropping so much, but I think Mousy deserves it more, had more pure racing. Held it strong even though we had a warning. Singapore belongs to the Red Bull. Even though, I mean, I don't know who deserves it more. If Mousy didn't get that 3 seconds penalty, it would have been anonymous driver of the day for me. In-game driver of the day for Mousy. I am really how you call it? Fastest lap goes for Alex, who didn't retire. Took it away from Zeke. I don't want to be biased here. Driver of the day will go because Mousy got a 3 seconds penalty, which unfortunately for him took away his race win. I will bring it to Zenin after having disconnected and dropped all the way back to P14, climbing back, having wing damage, and climbing back again. My driver of the day goes for Zenin, the Red Bull Reserve. Thank you for watching today. Have a good night and see you next week.